What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Fresh Review. If you're new to the channel, what we do is every Wednesday we make a wrestling video, primarily WWE. In the previous Wednesdays, we did a tier list and we ranked all the men and women on the main roster. This video right here, we're doing a WrestleMania 41 prediction video. You guys will want to subscribe because next week we're doing a WrestleMania 41 review and we're doing a double upload next Wednesday. So night 1 and night 2 will both be uploaded on Wednesday. So subscribe for that. And similar to my other PLEs, what I do is I grade each match based on the moves. There's 10 elements. So you guys want to know the elements? I put them down in the description below. But there's 10 categories I grade them on. You know, the moves, the crowd, the commentary, all that other stuff. And I'm going to do the same thing for this prediction video. So I won't just say who I think is going to win. I'm also going to try to guess what star rating I will give that match. Will it be a great match? Will it be a good match, an amazing match, a bad match, whatever the case may be? And we're going to start with night 1, of course. And I have the night 1 card here. I don't know the exact order, so I'm just going to start with how the cards listed here. And it is Jey Uso versus Gunther. I think that'd be a phenomenal opener. I think the crowd would be stoked. Off rip, they're going to be very lit during Jey Uso's entrance. And I think Jey Uso will become champion. So I think he will dethrone Gunther. I think Gunther's title reign has kind of been disappointing because they kept him away from a lot of the heavy hitters. Like he should have fought CM Punk for his title. I think he has fought Punk at some house shows and stuff, but that should have been like a main program thing. I think he could have fought other people. Like you look at Gunther's title reign, he fought Randy Orton. That's a good opponent. But then he fought Damian Priest and Sami Zayn, and then he fought Jey Uso and like Finn Balor. Like none of those names, of course, with the exception of Randy Orton, are very prestigious, and none of them were really threats to get the title back, in my opinion, or anything like that. So I think Gunther's title reign, has been a little disappointing or underwhelming. But like I said, I think it ends at Mania. I think Jey Uso becomes champion in a great match. I think this match, with the build up of Gunther bloodying up Jimmy and stuff, I think this match could have used a stipulation to spice it up a little bit, right? Anything goes, something like that. I don't know exactly. I was gonna say tribal combat. It'd be interesting if Gunther agrees to tribal combat. It's kind of like a Samoan only thing. But I mean, tribal combat's just interference. I mean, so everybody's gonna be running in and jumping in. But I think an anything goes match, and then have no interference there. Have Jay win that way or something. Or maybe Jay bloodies up Gunther. There's a lot of things WWE could do here. Or maybe even Gunther bloodies up Jay and Jay still wins. Right? I don't know. But I think Jay will win. I'm going with a great rating of 4.20 stars out of 5. I think it's going to be a great opener. Now we have our next match, which is the match you see in the background right here. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now, Jade been out for a extended long time because Naomi attacked her. And I'm not sure Naomi was actually the original person WWE even wanted to have attack Jade. And then maybe, because, they never showed the footage to Matt late in life. They could have showed the footage literally the week after. Or even the day after. I'm pretty sure WWE been had the footage and all that. But maybe they just wanted time to go by. And then they could depend on whatever they thought would be the best opponent for Jade. Had Jade fight that person, right? Because maybe it could have been Bianca, or maybe it could have been Liv. They could have pinned on anybody. But we got Jay versus Naomi. I love the feud, the build up to it. The reveal happened at Elimination Chamber. That was fire. And I think Naomi will lose this match. So I have Jay winning. Jay gets a WrestleMania moment. I think Jay goes on to fight Bianca Belair. I'll talk about that one a little bit later. Maybe in a SummerSlam video or something like that. I'm not sure exactly, but I think Jade and Bianca's paths will cross in the future. But I think Jade wins this match. I think it's going to be really good. Jade been out for a while now. She only fought one match and she lost to Liv. I'd be surprised if WWE has her lose to Liv since her return and then lose again to Naomi. I think 0-2 after having her out this long would be a very bad stain on Jade's record. But the Jey Uso and Gunther on a confidence level, I'm like 4 out of 5 on Jey winning. This one, I'm about 5 out of 5. I think Jey will win and get redemption for getting beat up and put on the shelf for several months. Now we're going on to our next one, the War Raiders versus the New Day tag team title match. So the first match, Jey Uso versus Gunther, that's the World Heavyweight Championship match. This one, tag team title match. The New Day, amazing heel turn, and I think this match took way too long to get to. I think this match the New Day with how hated they were after the heel turn, they should have became champions like within that month. But nevertheless, better late than never. I got the New Day winning here, and I'm going 5 stars on the confidence level here. I think New Day War Raiders. I think this could be another great match. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a truly great. Actually, I'm gonna give it a 4.25 stars out of 5. I think there's gonna be some amazing kickouts. There could be some Big E stuff going on. I'm not sure exactly. You know, these PLEs do have a lot of pre-shows. I'm not sure if Big E will be in attendance or Big E will be involved. Either way, I'm curious to see how everything goes there. But I do think New Day wins, and one of the most decorated tag teams of all time gets a little bit more gold to add to their decoration collection. Now we're going on to a match where it would have been fire if WWE just I'm all right. So I want everybody to know. Now I try to do reviews, be unbiased and all that, but I like Chad Gable. I think he's an awesome wrestler. I think he's very entertaining. I think he's Kurt Angle 2.0. I've been a wrestling fan for a very long time. I remember Rey Mysterio versus Kurt Angle having amazing matches. This could have been an amazing match if this was Chad Gable versus Rey Mysterio. But El Grande Americano is such a dumb thing because we all know it is Chad Gable. And like the fat Chad Gable couldn't get a spot on Mania last year and dethrone Gunther. We had to see Sami Zayn get it. No, I'm not trying to be a hater or anything, but kudos to Sami Zayn, whatever, you got your moment. Although he did get a WrestleMania moment the year before when him and Kevin Owens became champion, but that's a whole different story. I mean, Sami Zayn's hogging the spotlight so much, I wouldn't be surprised if he returned to Mania and he was Randy Orton's surprise opponent or something. I have no idea. But nevertheless, Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable would have been a fire match. El Grande Americano. I'm not trying to see Chad Gable go doing front flips off the top rope and all that. Like he's capable, but like, oh my, I just don't care about this match. And I think Rey Mysterio wins based on the fact that Rey Mysterio even put his own son over. He was spanking his son with the belt in the middle of the ring. He was going belts to ass on his son like the Eagles did on the Kansas City Chiefs. Belts to ass in front of 100,000 attendants, millions watching at home. Belts to ass. He ain't put his own son over. He's not putting over El Grande Americano. So I got Rey Mysterio winning this match. 4 out of 5 on the predictability, well, on the confidence level here, because they had Chad Gable kind of get the best of LWO by doing you know, the metal and the mask, doing the diving headbutt from the top rope and all that. So I think they finally give Ray and LWO a victory here, wherever the case may be. But no title on the line for this match. It's just a regular match. I think it's going to be a good match because I think these are two really good wrestlers. Ray was better a few years ago and stuff, but Chad Gable, new gimmick, not really feeling it, but I still think it's going to be a good match. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars out of 5. Now, we're going on to the U.S. Championship title match, and this is LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. LA Knight's the champion in here, and it's a 3 out of 5 confidence level. I'm not very confident in this one. I had to think long and hard about it, but I think LA Knight will retain. He just got the title back. So they gave Fatu this Mania win. It'll be another short title reign for LA Knight. But it would make Jacob Fatu, a bigger star. He'd get his moment and all that. But the reason I'm going LA Knight winning here, I think Solo Sikoa will screw Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu's over enough with the crowd, and the way they're kind of trying to split this up, in my opinion, I think they might have Solo remain heel, and then Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga will probably turn on Solo or whatever the case may be, and then Tonga Loa might return, and you might see Solo Sikoa and Tonga Loa versus Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu in some tag team matches and all that. Some more Bloodline Civil War going in. In this case, instead of new versus OG Bloodline, it's new Bloodline, feuding among each other. But I think Solo, maybe out of jealousy or the case may be, may screw Jacob Fatu, or maybe even inadvertent. But I'm going with some Solo Sikoa shenanigans here, costing Jacob Fatu the title, LA Knight retaining. Very low confidence on this one. Like I said, 3 out of 5. But I think it will be a really good match. I'm going to go 3.90 stars out of 5. Now we're going on to our next match, and this one's very interesting. This one is very, very interesting. We have Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. And honestly, confidence level, I'm going to go 2 out of 5 here. I really think WWE wants Charlotte Flair to tie Ric Flair's record of 16 championships or even break it and get 17. And maybe even break John Cena, because I do think John Cena will get 17. And I'll talk about that match later. Maybe he won't get it at Mania. Stay to the end of the video. But I think they want Charlotte Flair to get 18 needed. And the reason why, I remember John Cena in his post match interview at the Rumble or whatever, he says, I'm going to win 17 titles. Not just so I could do that, whatever, but so whenever somebody comes along and they win 18, I will be there to shake that person's hand. The closest person to 18, the only person I could see winning 18 probably be Charlotte Flair. Randy Orton's kind of up there. He's at 14, but I don't see Randy Orton getting 4 more title runs, right? And I don't think that have Orton be the one to pass Cena. I don't think anybody else young enough will have enough title reigns like how they did back in the day. Because it seems like now these title reigns are more lengthy and all that. John Cena's title reigns weren't too long. Edge's title reigns weren't too long. Back in the day, the title did play a little bit more hot potato. You never knew. Even on a Monday Night Raw, a title could change hands. Where now it seems like it got to be a PLE for the most part for the heavyweight titles, or the main titles and all that, the world titles. But I don't know who's going to win this. Do they give Charlotte 15 titles, right? And then have Tiffany probably get it back later, perhaps? You could do something like that. But I am going with Tiffany Stratton winning this match. I just think WWE sees how the crowd's reacting to Charlotte and how people online are reacting to Charlotte. And they are both negative. Where at least you look at Jey Uso, the crowd loves Jey Uso. There's people online that may not be the biggest fans of Jey Uso, may gripe and whatever, but at least the people in the arena love Jey Uso, right? With Charlotte, on the other hand, she's hated online and in the arena. And it's not like a heel heat where she's a heel. Where Gunther, for example, a lot of people may boo Gunther and all that, but I feel like people respect Gunther. Charlotte's getting booed out of the building. She can't even cut promos, right? They're not even letting her speak. Like, it's so bad. I think you get the title to Charlotte, she can't come out and cut a promo for the next year because she's just going to get booed out every arena known to man. So I think you got to have Tiffany retain here. I'm not sure that was originally their plan when they had Charlotte win the Rumble, but I think Charlotte will lose to Tiffany at Mania. Like I said 2 out of 5 on the confidence level here, but that's not even the worst, least confident match here, because you've got the main event of Saturday night, Rollins versus Reigns versus Punk in a triple threat match, and this is 1 out of 5 on the confidence level, and here's why. In a one-on-one match, you got a 50-50 chance of being right. In a triple threat, you got a 1 out of 3 chance of being right. Right? So it's a little bit tougher, just simple math-wise. But always try to eliminate one person, if possible, on all these multi-man matches. Like, who's not winning? And when this match first got booked, Seth Rollins is in there, because you got to have Seth Rollins, one of your best people, you got to have a match, right? So, you throw him in there, he's probably going to take the pin. But as the weeks progress, I'm like, there's a chance Seth Rollins doesn't take the pin, right? Now, I didn't think he was going to win, but he just wanted to be the one that lost, perhaps. And then, as the weeks progress even more, I'm like, not only Seth Rollins might not take the pin, Seth Rollins can now win, in my opinion. But I don't think he will, since this Monday that just transpired, he is the last man standing. Right, he stood tall over Roman and CM Punk. I think he's still tall over CM Punk back-to-back weeks now. So, with that being said, I think CM Punk will win, and I think he will pin Seth Rollins to do so. So this will be the third match between Punk and Rollins, since Punk's return. Maybe they thought way back in the day in the Shield days, whatever. And it's tied 1-1. And Seth Rollins, yet again, doesn't really get a pinfall victory. So he loses twice to Punk without pinning him. He won in the steel cage match, but that's because Roman pulled Seth out. So he didn't even really pin CM Punk. And then you go look at the Cody stuff where he lost 0-3 to Cody. And it's like, oh my goodness. This man Seth Rollins is the Joel Embiid of the WWE. Like, oh my goodness, every time you get in a big game, big match, you just losing over and over and over. But I think CM Punk will win. He will pin Seth Rollins. I think it will end that feud. I was thinking CM Punk pinning Roman would be interesting. That could start a new feud. But I think CM Punk wins this. He gets his WrestleMania main event. And I think, it's tough to get this main event that he's been wanting for all these years, and then you losing it, right? But like I said, 1 out of 5 confidence level. I literally have no idea. Your guess is just as good as mine. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below of this match. Not only do I want to know who do you guys think wins, but who do they pin or submit to get that victory. But I think this match will be absolutely amazing. I'm going 4.70 stars out of 5 as a prediction. And I'm not sure if I said anything about the Charlotte Flair match prediction. So if I didn't say anything about the Charlotte versus Tiffany match prediction, I know I kind of want to get this triple threat match so fast. I think that match will be good as well. I'm going to give it a really good rating of a 3.90 stars out of 5. So 4.70 stars for the men's triple threat, and then 3.90 stars for Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. Now we're going over to night 2. And before I forget, night 2 only has 6 matches compared to 7 on night 1. But there's a potential Randy Orton mystery opponent. And there's a tag team title match for the SmackDown Tag Team Champions the Friday before Mania. So I could see some shenanigans happening and then getting a multi-man tag team title match at Mania. Maybe a 4-team ladder match. You throw in Pretty Deadly and DIY, and then you get 4 teams in there. Or you can even go El Gando, Lafa, Tasma, and then who else is in there? There's so many tag teams on SmackDown. So I'd be surprised at the tag team division on SmackDown, which they've been utilizing so well throughout the year. They don't have a match at Mania. It kind of be shocking. So I think there will be another match here. So I think Randy Orton will beat whoever he faces. So I think the Street Profits will retain their title gold, whoever they face. So if they do have a Mania match, I just want to get that out of the way. But without further ado, let's go ahead and start with Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Liv Morgan and Raquel for the Women's Tag Team Championships. And there's no way Lyra Valkyria is a double champion. There's literally no way. So I'm going Liv and Raquel here. And 5 out of 5 confidence level. Won't be a 5-star match. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But 5 out of 5 on the confidence level. And for the match, I think it'd be a great match. I'm gonna go 4.10 stars out of 5. I think Bayley and Liv have great chemistry together. I think the women tag team, Liv and Raquel, I think they will deliver. I love their match against Bianca and Naomi. So I think with all 4 of these ladies in here, I think they will deliver. They did a gauntlet match to determine the contender, so all this kind of felt like rush and just last minute planning and all that. But you gotta have Liv on the card after the year she had in 2024, and I think she retains here. Now we're going on to our next match, which is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre, and this is a Sin City Street Fight match. So this will be a match with a lot of weapons being involved, and I like the stipulation. I don't think this match really needed a stipulation, but I definitely don't mind it because Drew McIntyre's whole Scottish psychopath persona right now is just crashing out and just on site with anybody and everyone. He can't stop thinking about Punk. He can't stop thinking about Priest. He sees you, it's on site. So I do like this match for this, but it's kind of odd how not many matches here have stipulations, but this one has one. But I think it's well deserved, and this is about a year worth of booking, so I do like how this feud manifested, right? Ideally, I would like Drew McIntyre to be in that triple threat match that's on the main event of 9-1, turn that to a fatal 4-way match. I thought we were going to get somewhere there with Drew McIntyre going against Seth and CM Punk, and Roman Reigns claiming he's going to be a bloodline hunter. Drew McIntyre storyline wise could definitely fit right into that match, and then that could be probably one of the biggest fatal 4-way matches in the history of WWE. But they got Drew versus Priest, and I got no problem with this because Priest cashed in last Mania on Drew McIntyre, ruined Drew McIntyre's Mania moment then, and then Priest beat Drew McIntyre again, but that was due to CM Punk interference. and then Priest eliminated Drew McIntyre at the Rumble. Then he eliminated Drew McIntyre at the Elimination Chamber, and then Drew McIntyre got his get back right in that same match where he's already eliminated. Instead of leaving the ring, he had to make sure Damian Priest got caught a Claymore. Drew McIntyre got his lick back right then and there. So this match, great booking. I think, and then everything makes sense. But I'm very confident Drew McIntyre wins this one. 5 out of 5 on the confidence level here. Drew McIntyre has been phenomenal over the past year. He has to go ahead and start righting all these wrongs. All these L's he took, redeems his WrestleMania L, and then build back and become champion by the end of the 2025. That's the Drew McIntyre journey. We're all rooting for him. Now, match-wise, I think this match will be... I think it'll truly be a great match. I'm going to go 4.45 stars out of 5. And now we're going to go on to the next match, which is a Fatal 4-Way match. The IC Championship match. Braun Breaker versus Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor versus Penta. And it's a Fatal 4-Way match, so again, they're a little bit trickier to do. But I'm fairly confident that Braun Breaker will retain, but it's very tough. I'm fairly confident we can eliminate one person. That's Finn Balor. Finn Balor, I do not see winning this whatsoever. Dominic Mysterio is very interesting, actually. And I don't think Penta will win either. And the reason why Penta finally stood tall, and that was last week, I don't think he stands tall back-to-back weeks. If this was a one-on-one match with Braun Breaker versus Penta, I could probably see Penta winning. But I'm going to go Braun Breaker retaining here. But Dominic Mysterio is very, very interesting, I won't lie. Because Dominic Mysterio winning this will be crazy. I think Dominic Mysterio will eventually become world champion. I don't know what alternate timeline that will be. What reality, what year that will be. But oh my goodness, I think he would become world champion. But to get the world champion, he will need to get a mid-card championship first to see how does he do with a mid-card title and all that. And what better moment than WrestleMania 41, right? It'd be a shocking thing to happen. He could even pin Finn Balor to get it. And I'm yapping about it right now. I think I'm about to switch it up. I think I'm going to go with the underdog story here. Dominic Mysterio. I just changed up my pick right here. We're doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. Dominic Mysterio. Confidence level. My Braun Breaker one was a 3. My Dominic Mysterio pick. I'm going with the underdog here. 1 out of 5 on the confidence level. And I think the match will be amazing. I'm going to go 4.55 stars out of 5. Dominic Mysterio pins Finn Balor. That's what I'm going with. Judgment Day, turmoil will pursue. Now, we're going on to our next match, and that is AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. And Logan Paul has been pulverizing this man week in, week out. AJ Styles, you can't go out like that, man. You're a legend. You're a legend, AJ. So I think AJ Styles will beat Logan Paul. I think it's going to be a great match. But AJ Styles has just been losing every interaction for the most part to Logan Paul. So he has to win this match, in my opinion. Or else it's like, dang, AJ, you're just low-key trash. My goat's washed, right? So Logan Paul is somebody, though. If he's doing this full time, he probably needs to win more than AJ, in my opinion. But I'm not sure he's doing this full time. And with how WWE been booking, like I said, AJ Styles losing all these interactions and stuff, he has to win this match. So AJ Styles wins. I'm going to go a great match. I'm going to go 4.15 stars out of 5. In confidence level on AJ Styles winning, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Now we're going on to another match. And oh my goodness, what a match this is. Another triple threat. It is the women's WWE Women's World Championship match. Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. And I can eliminate one person from winning. And that is Rhea Ripley. Now, I don't know if she's going to be the one that gets pinned or not. But Rhea Ripley will not be getting her title back this soon, right? That'd be too many title. I actually might boo it. I'm a huge Rhea Ripley fan, but I'm like, that's too much title holding, right? Because she just won it back from Liv, and that feud went on way too long. I didn't even think Liv should have lost it to Rhea. She should have lost it to somebody else. but they give it right back to Rhea. Then they take it off of Rhea. Then you put it back on Rhea. Like, nah, it's just too much hot potato with the same person over and over. Let's not do that again. If you want Rhea to become champion, have her go after one of those mid card titles and add prestige and legacy to those. Right? Have her become United States champion or IC champion. Let's not give her another world title reign. But that eliminates one person. We still got Bianca Belair and we still got Io Sky. Io Sky is a new champion, and she kind of began disrespected all feud long. Nobody been paying her any attention. Bianca and Rhea have both been overlooking her. So I kind of do see Io winning here. Now, there's an interesting thing about Bianca's WrestleMania streak. So I can't verify 100%, but I saw a comment, and it kind of does make sense. They said Bianca lost one of her first WrestleManias, maybe not one of her first, maybe her actual first one, in a women's battle royal match, right? So battle royal, there's like 10, 20 women, whatever the case may be, throw them over the top rope, whoever, last woman standing, wins. So that means her record isn't perfect at Mania, but she has been on a streak, and she beat Sasha Banks at Mania. She beat Becky Lynch at Mania. She beat some other notable wrestlers and stuff. So her WrestleMania streak, it kind of does seem like, dang, Bianca Belair is the truth at Mania. You can't spell WrestleMania without the EST. So Bianca is very, very deserving of a title run. She was phenomenal in the tag team picture, and I think she added tremendous prestige to the tag team titles. I'm just trying to think. Bianca Belair, Io Sky. And, I want to cook up again like I cooked up on the Dominant Mysterio one. In my opinion, I thought I cooked up. Maybe I burnt the food. Let me know in the comment section down below. But I'm going to go ahead and cook up again. We haven't seen Asuka in a while. Does Asuka return and cost Io Sky the title? That is my question. Does that happen at Mania? Perhaps. If Asuka returns, I think she will cost Io Sky the title. I don't know how they're built the feud, but WWE, they can't add any logic to it, whatever. But we haven't seen Asuka in a while, like I said. And then I think Bianca will win and pin Io Sky due to that interference. And then down the line, we get Bianca versus Jade, Bianca versus Rhea even. This is so tricky. I'm going to go Bianca Belair. Here. And I'm going ahead. Do I want to predict the Asuka return? That's a wild one to predict. I'm going to go ahead and predict it. Bianca Belair pins Io Sky due to Asuka returning. So I'm going to go ahead and throw it all out there. Let me know if I cooked in the comment section down below. I might be burning the house down. But Bianca, Rhea, and Io will be killing it. They will be tearing the house down. Still in the show. I think it's going to be a spectacular match. I'm going 4.80 stars out of 5. I think it's definitely going to be one of the best matches of the weekend with these three ladies involved. Confidence level wise, I'm going to probably go 2 out of 5. Not very confident. The only thing I really am confident in is that Rhea's not winning. Now we're going on to our main event, and that is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Universal Championship. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. 5 out of 5 on the confidence level. John Cena will win. And I think we might see some Rock interference or, some Rock stuff going on. I think Sunday night just might be a whole lot of interference then. But we got to see The Rock either Friday Night SmackDown or Sunday night. We got to see The Rock. What does he have involved here? Is there a Montreal screw job going on in Vegas right here? We're in Vegas. Are we rigging the matches? Is the referee not counting? By orders of The Rock. I did it for The Rock, the referee's going to say after he refuses to count to 3. We're going to have to see. But you can't waste the John Cena heel turn and have him not win number 17. He has to win number 17. He has to ruin wrestling for everyone involved. Don't defend his title. He needs to, when he gets this title at Mania, he's going to beat Cody. When he gets this title at Mania, I need John Cena to take count-out victories or count-out defeats where he can retain his title. And it's like, why would I risk my jeopardy, my livelihood, entertaining y'all when I can just leave and still keep my title? The Joker just walking out of title matches like, dang, with the belt. But John Cena has to win this match in my opinion. I think he will. Cody's title reign has been phenomenal. unlike Gunther's in my opinion. Cody fought a lot of valid superstars. He fought Gunther, by the way. I forgot to say that, but I mean that's a crown jewel match. That really wasn't for the main title. It just for the crown jewel title. But Cody fought AJ Styles. Loved that feud. Kevin Owens loved that feud. Fought Solo and then fought with Roman and stuff. That's okay-ish. But unfortunately, his title reign will end, and we don't see Cody versus Randy. Right? And I think that's what a lot of people want to see, myself included. Definitely want to see Cody versus Randy at Mania. And now that I think of it, what if we see that Randy Orton's slated for Backlash? What if Randy Orton gets involved here at Mania since he doesn't have an opponent? And oh nah, that'd be horrible. Don't make the main event triple threat. I just want to see Cody and Cena go at it. I don't want any Randy Orton shenanigans. I take the Rock shenanigans, but no Orton shenanigans during this match. But what do I think this match will be? Cena retains, and I want to say it's gonna be a 5-star match. That's an insane prediction to have, but I'm gonna go 5-star match. I think Cody and Cena. Cody is an amazing storyteller. I think John Cena is an underrated wrestler. I think a lot of people don't understand how great John Cena is. He got a phenomenal moveset if he wants to go pull out all the tricks. And I think at Mania, he did the whole "you can't wrestle" that Cody said to John Cena. I think at Mania, John Cena goes deep into his tool shed, deep into his bags of tricks, and he shows the world, yeah, I can wrestle if I need to, and wins a 5-star match. So there we have it. Those are my WrestleMania predictions. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Anyone you agree with, anyone you disagree with. Let me know your confidence level on the ones that you do disagree with, though. Because, I mean, if you disagree with one of mine that I'm like 1 out of 5 on, I'm cool. But if I'm 5 out of 5 and you're 5 out of 5 and we disagree, somebody's not paying attention. It ain't me. That's all I'm saying. It definitely ain't me. But if you're still here in the video, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys on the next one.